Hi, I need to make a couple of modifications to the spreadsheet that you worked on earlier, or late last year, I guess. I've made some modifications to that spreadsheet, so I'd like you to work off of this version that I'm going to email to you. And the first section that I'm having a problem with is getting a product cost into the H column over here in the weed and maintain beds. The product cost is being fed from the formula sheets section. It's the I column, and it's these numbers right here and right here that should be feeding into a cost section right here. And I'm trying to get that number in there, and I can't figure out how to do that. So I'm hoping you can help with that. It's pretty complex if you remember, as we have to choose the method of weeding, and then we choose spray post-emergent, and then we need to determine what product is going to be using, in this case, pre-emergent number 1. Also, I would like it to be able to skip this liquid product right here. I used a data table to create that, and that is feeding from the formula sheet, and you see I copied from right here, and it's picking up this liquid product. I don't know if there's a way that I could skip that so that liquid product does not show up in the drop-down menu. Another problem I haven't been able to resolve is this pound NA showing up when there is no data that's put in here. What I'd like to be able to do is hide on the master template so that there's nothing preset in here. So as an estimator goes through, they have to choose which item to put in. If I add items in here, then it will turn to 0. But if it has nothing in there, if I choose all the blank, then you see that it changes over here. And I would like it to not do that. And in some places I've been able to do that without any problems, but right here it's giving me a little bit of a problem. So if I can get a solution to that, that'd be great. Now, down in the pruning section right here, I'm running across a little bit of an opposite scenario where I actually have a quantity, a type, pruning size, and a light growth, and it spits out an NA here. Now, if I go through and I put a 0 quantity, then it doesn't show any labor hours there, but as soon as I put a quantity, then it does the hashtag NA. I don't know why it's causing that. If you can help fix that, that'd be great. Now over here, as a result of some of those items, we are ending up with the NAs showing up here because that's feeding from the hours. Again, on the pruning. And then on some of these fertilizers that are in here, if there are 0 quantities or there's no items entered in, then it's doing this pound value over here. And those are feeding from, here's one example of a place where they're feeding from. So I've got items here and here, and those are working just fine. But then when I move over here, where I've got 0 quantities, then it gives me the pound value. And I'd like that just to be 0 if we're not using that particular product. The last problem that I'm running into is I'm getting some drive time that's showing up even if I have a 0 quantity. For example, let's look at the spring irrigation startup. Currently, I've got a person going out there. The quantities, I've got quantity numbers in there. And if you look at there, they total 1.5. So there's about 0.11 hours in travel time set up. Now, if I change these quantities to 0, the 0.11 is still there. What I'm wondering is if we can get that to disappear. Actually, I just figured out how to get rid of that. If I change the employee to 0, then it gets rid of it. So you don't need to do anything with that. I think that's it. Let me know if that's something you can get fixed for me. Appreciate it. Thank you.